Once we carried out, there is no looking back. By saying this wonderful ideology of Lord Ram, I want to share a very delightful good afternoon to everyone present over here. I am Riya Bhadra from BCom 6 SEM, standing in front of you to deliver my presentation on the topic of how Indian mythology influences our business ethics world. So firstly, for me, the portion is being allotted is Ramayana. Now we all know that Ramayana is a Hindu epic which is written in a poetic form wherein we learn a lot about values, love, life, dharma and a lot more. It is a book which is written by Valmiki which inspired us to become a great individual. It helps us to navigate all the challenges, day-to-day challenges, complexity whichever we face in our day-to-day life. So let's move to the next slide. So these are the few ideologies that I have grabbed from Ramayana, I feel that influence our business ethics world. Number one is power of dharma. Dharma is choosing up the right path. That all you do is to choose the right path. We all know that what is right or wrong is something which is being taught to us from very beginning of our life. Moral science, right? Since it's been taught to us, still we do some mistakes, still we choose the wrong path. Why? It's because sometimes our desire just overlaps our intellectuals. That's why we choose wrong path, which is actually wrong. Our Ramayana vividly focuses on choosing us to choose a right path even if the situation is difficult. We are supposed to choose always the right path, and choosing the right path is very much important because it not help us just to get a clarity but also help us to have a peaceful life so that we know, okay, it's wrong and we should not do that. Second one is, and I feel because of these, if we choose the dharma in our day-to-day business world, it will in the same manner will influences our business cycle, because we all know that wrong path always lead to destruction. If you choose unfair business practice in your organization, it's true that one day you have to pay for that, sooner or later. Second one is ethical code and integrity. Ethical code is like a set of principles or the behavior that we adopt in our lifestyle. And integrity is something like doing the right thing even if no one is watching you. We have seen in Ramayana the character of Lord Ram that he has always a set of principles that influences him to always choose a righteous path. Right? The way he, being a leader to each and every circumstances, he ensured that not just his ideology influences him, but at the same time influences his followers as well. So, being in an organization, if there is a leader, we can adopt this principle that in a business, the ethical code should be built up, and that same to be followed by all the employees who is working over the organization. Third one is perseverance and reliance. So basically, perseverance means just to remain persistent, just to remain continue even if your goal is lot more difficult. And resilience means just to adapt as per the circumstances. Sometimes things doesn't seem as easy as it looks, but we need to adapt ourselves to get into that circumstances. You know, the character of the Lord Ram has taught us that you should always remain persistent to your goal even if the path is difficult. The way he changes his every strategy plan as per the circumstances is that same could be adapted in an organization. The way a leader or all the top level managers can adopt the ideology of remaining consistent on whatever the goal that they just target, they maintain up and just going to the same path. The next one is emotional intelligence and relationship building. For a leader, it's very important to be emotionally attached to their workers, because if you are working for a single goal, you need that all your followers or the fellows that following you need to do the same as per the goal, so that the goal could be achieved. The way Lord Ram not just influenced by his own ideology, he at the same time made everyone who was part of his troop to adopt the same ideology, that to choose the right path and just focus and continue hard work to the goal. Next one is sacrifice. The character of Lord Ram has always taught us sacrifices is a kind of thing which is very required by a leader. If you are a leader, you need to be unbiased. You need to ensure that your fellow feeling doesn't influence the decision that you make. The time when Lord Ram has to leave his royal life and go back to the forest for exile just to keep the promise of his father. The time when Lord Sita was being questioned for her character, even that time he doesn't choose his self-interest at the time, where stand by being a leader and a king to ensure that all his fellows, all his citizens doesn't get influenced just by his own interest. That's all. Thank you.